Welcome back to our Cook Along. Now, Chef Johnny, you have just been helping us incorporate exotic fruits into every single dish from the top of the show to the tail. Now, what do you have up your sleeve now?
Oh, super simple, but a very underrated fruit, and nobody really knows about this, but there aren't a lot of farms doing these, so when you do get hold of them, please grab a lot, because they are super delicious, and they're just amazing for cooking. So they're quite firm, so they roast really well. So, you know, so any firm fruit that you can almost treat like a potato, right?
And if you're wondering what we're talking about, it's all about persimmons. Now, as we do continue with the beautiful fruit theme, there's something just so nostalgic about baked fruit. Persimmons may not be a popular fruit on your grocery list, and we hope to inspire you with our honey-baked persimmons with a ginger biscuit crumb served with a delicious Clover Classic custard. Now, Chef Dumi, I'm loving the fact here that we're using Clover Classic custard in this recipe, but we're also highlighting persimmons.
Yes, definitely, Bella. So the one thing I love about the persimmons as well is that they're very nice and sweet. When they're nice and ripe, they actually do taste like honey. So we decided what better ingredient to pair them with than with some honey. So Chef has already started cutting them in half, and to go with that beautiful honey flavor, we're pairing them with ginger biscuits. And I don't know if you know, but ginger and honey actually pair very well together.
Very well. Yeah. A match made in heaven.
And I'm so glad here that I am on the ginger station. I love myself some ginger, whether I throw it in a smoothie in the morning or whether I fold it into a dessert. It's something that is so iconic and versatile. And this is an easy way that I like to almost peel off my ginger, making sure not to leave any of that goodness out. Yeah, so what we're doing here, Chef will explain, but in essence, all we're doing is we're baking the honey or the persimmons in their own flavor, but with the addition of honey and some lemon, and we're adding some aromatics into there. We've got some star anise, we've got some cinnamon.
Yeah. The two spices that are great with any baked fruit.
Correct.
Again, is star anise and cinnamon.
Lovely.
And what I'm doing here is I'm crushing some ginger biscuits, Palisa, and I know a lot of people think the trick would be to pound on them like that, but one, it makes a lot of noise. Two, you're just working too many muscles. So all I did was I put a biscuit on the board, bang on it like that, and then all I do is just roll it out, and this way I'm not making too much of a noise and annoying the people around me.
Not much of a mess.
Not much of a mess as well.
Also got vanilla paste, which is readily available at the moment, so those you can just spread on here and there.
Chef, this is quite a unique recipe. I've never tried baking persimmons. I don't think I've even tried to shop persimmons. But what inspired this recipe?
So my grandmother always did baked apples, and I don't really like baked apples or baked pineapples or anything and my dad also despises, but for some reason a persimmon baked is just like she said, the honey flavor just comes out. It's just the most gorgeous fruit that lends itself to baking, and the simplicity of it is just like there's no person on earth that can't do this.
Love that. I love that.
This is so easy.
And Palisa, when I first got introduced into persimmons, I actually thought they were tomatoes. When I first saw it, I thought it was a tomato that was perhaps unripe or something like that, only to find that it's a fruit. And I was telling the master gardener when I was at Babylon Stern that the thing about them is when I first tasted them, because they were overripe, because they've got different stages. They've got the firm stage that they're at now, and then they've got the other stage where the color even goes even more orange, closer to red. And once they're overripe and they're like that, I tasted that the first time and I was like, never again. But then I didn't know that there's actually different stages of it, and you can enjoy it as an apple now, you eat like how you eat an apple, or you can eat it like how they are. I wouldn't even say it's a mango-ish texture, but it's close to that, where it's nice and soft and gooey and it just melts in your mouth.
Now, for our viewers at home, this is essentially what Dumi is talking about. Definitely looking like a tomato. I would easily just confuse this for a tomato, but definitely not a tomato. It's a persimmon, and I'm here for it.
Pop this in the oven, 180 for 20 minutes.
Nice.
And then we get this beauty.
Oh, wow. Those aromatics, the way they've just dispersed into the dish as well.
Yeah, and I mean, you can smell it. It's just amazing. Cinnamon, star anise, they release a lot of flavor when heated because they've got so much essential oils inside of them.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And this is something that you whip up in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, I mean, it took us how many minutes now? It's really not difficult. Anybody can make this, anybody.
And that's it, Bella. So we're going to plate it up now because it's quite a simple recipe. I think these are one of the few recipes that you want to have if you're trying to impress, but you're short for time, because it's simple. You leave it in the oven. It does its own thing while you're busy preparing everything else, setting the table, stuff like that. And as you can see them, Bella, so they've cooked nicely. They've caramelized beautifully. And all we're going to do now is
they don't fall apart. They've become a mush, which is great.
That's what I love about them as well. You know, a lot of times when you cook down a certain fruit, it'll fall apart and it's hard to even transfer from the baking tray into your plating dish. This is perfect and it's simple. To finish it off, Bale, I'm just going to ask you, if possible, to give us our Clover Classic custard from the fridge, because this is what we're going to top it with now. It's similar to, I would say, a trifle, but not really. If you want to, you could do that as well. Just layer up your fresh fruit, your cooked fruit, and this ginger biscuit. Obviously, do not eat the aromatic
Yeah, but I
stones.
always gone. Sorry.
I know.
Sorry.
And then we just finish it off, Chef. I'll give you the honors, actually.
I've also got this ginger here, obviously that would have gone into the bake before it goes into the oven, but just finely chopped, and it just adds that different element and layer. And then we've got the Clover Classic custard.
Oh, there's nothing as nice as custard from a box, I must say.
Do you know what I also just do, Chef? Secretly at midnight when I'm just by myself, I sit there and I just open it up into my mouth. I just love eating as is, plain.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. I wouldn't have said it on national TV, though.
Well, I'm all about exposing myself, so I'm okay.
And that's the recipe, but it's a simple, easy, quick, delicious, and all we had was probably like five to six ingredients.
I love that also.
That's incredible, yeah.
Hold
You wanna
on
take
to that.
home?
I'm already taking it home.
Okay,
now,
great.
that is a treat, Mzansi. Just get over to afternoonexpress.co.za to get this recipe. And to make this treat even sweeter, remember that you can still have a chance to win 50,000 Rand when you find the Golden Bunny on a Clover Classic Custard promotional pack. So keep on hunting.
So, we've had classic fashion from Timby, classic cars, thanks Chad, and we've seen classic hairstyles. And you, Michael? Classic!
The classic range from Clover. Timeless taste.
Made with love by Clover.